Hey guys, my name is Sparkvölg if you're new to my channel. If you cannot pronounce Sparkvölg, then you can just simply call me Spar. I want to make this video to explain the religion that I am in right now called Paganism. So let's talk about what is Paganism. Paganism is a non-Abrahamic polytheistic religion that has used to be a word used by Christians to insult people that is polytheistic and is also in a ethnic religion that is other than Judaism or the Abrahamic faith. And so we have claimed the word for ourselves, and so we can proudly identify ourselves as pagans. Christians most likely use that term to insult us until we take that word and transform it into something that could most likely please us. You know what I'm saying? We also use that word and make it into an umbrella term. And it is an umbrella term because there are different kinds of pagan faiths. Celtic, Slavic, Baltic, Germanic or Norse, Hellenism, Kemetism, so on and so forth. Me, for example, I am a part of a Norse path. I am a Norse pagan. I believe in Thor, Uthin, Loki, and you most likely heard of those heard of those names before from Marvel, of course. But these gods are very much different from in real life comparing to comic, most likely Marvel, of course, because one, their story is very much different from them, and two, there are more gods than just 3 or 4 of the gods that or most likely 5, that most of you would already know, such as Angreboda, Jormungandr, Freyja, Freyr, Njothr, Jorth or Fjorgen, Eir, Vithar, Tyr, and so on and so forth, of so many gods that I cannot name because it would take a while for me to think of all of their names. But us Norse pagans, or at least most of the other faiths, we don't only work and or worship gods. We worship and or work with something that is more, at least to us, more important, and that is to be more connected with our ancestors, respecting everything that lives within this world. I mean, Norse paganism is actually highly animistic, and we value the world, our ancestry, and the spirits that lives within here, and spirits that lives within this world. Some of the faiths are closed practices, and some of them are open practices. And if you don't know about closed practices, I will explain that as well. Closed practices are most likely practices that has been closed off away from other people that will most likely use the faith for their own selfish needs, or to keep that faith safe so it wouldn't be destroyed at all whatsoever. Such as the Slavic faith, for example. It is a closed practice that has been closed off away from other people that is not Slavic or has no Slavic blood within them, just so their culture, their traditions, and their beliefs can be kept safe away from the Christianization. And what we do in our faiths is that we honor what we believe in, and we do a lot of research. A lot. Legit, our faiths, our beliefs almost died out, like it almost been destroyed. We don't know anything entirely of our beliefs, including to us Norse pagans. We don't know about our faith entirely. So if you want to go into paganism, heads up, every day you're gonna have homework. You're gonna have an everyday school activity, okay? But thank the gods for archaeology and also of their ancestors, telling them stories that has been going across down from generation to generation. Thank the gods for that our beliefs survived. It is actually quite unfortunate that people, while even after World War II, Nazis has been stealing a lot of our symbols, Greek, Celtic, Norse, a lot of them. So if you're going to study symbols, if I were you, I'd most likely study as deep as possible to make sure that the symbols you are using are not symbols made by Nazis. Our faiths faiths of no matter of how no matter of different pagan paths, our faiths are old. Not old, not the world's oldest religion, of course not. But it is, but it is older than Christianity. I'm talking about old as in going back from the BCE. You know what I'm saying? If I have the specific age of how old all of these pagan faiths are, I would tell you, but I can't because I don't know. I would look it up, but it wouldn't tell me anything. Nothing. Nada. Done. If you are curious on why I've actually chose this path, I wasn't always a pagan. I am most likely I'm mostly a Christian. I was. Until I have walked away from that Christian path and came across converting to paganism. Well, at first, I am full-on Christian until I had this idea that I could most likely be a pagan and a Christian until eventually in time I fully converted to paganism. And the reason for this is because though, of course, I will most likely get confused on so many things, but there are also, like, the reason why I don't want to be converted to Christianity is because of people. Like, I just don't want to be a part of a very large, let me tell you, very large community where literally most of them, at least 80 or 70% of them are most likely arrogant, ignorant, judgmental jerks. Within my Christian faith, I hear and feel nothing. At times I feel enjoyed, I feel happy. But I wouldn't call that a work of God. I would most likely call that a work of other occasions that will most likely get me to enjoy myself. Like going outside in the middle of nature. I don't think it was a work of God, but most likely a work of something I am most likely interested in. Something I am most likely excited in that will get me to adventure across unknown places in the middle of the forest, in the woods. That will get me to make me feel like I am some sort of adventurer from the board game of Dungeons and Dragons. Until I realized of how connected I really was within nature, that I never feel, nor do I ever think, that it is a work of God, but of another deity. And so I decided to be on both of the faiths, Christianity and paganism. Not just because of how very much interested I am within their mythology, or most likely within their folklore, but also because of how every time I think of of gods are real, within my gut, it gives me this very strong feeling that it's correct. Like it's actually correct, that there is such things as other gods other than God, Yahweh himself, an Abrahamic God. And the questions within that such faith gets me to question a lot of it. I mean, a lot. Like the questions of why would homosexuality be a bad thing? Or why is there a book that talks about how you should stone people to death? Or most likely kill people because of their different beliefs and their different practices. They even have God killing more people than Lucifer has ever killed. Especially the history. Don't get me wrong, I shall admit, Vikings did kill people, but they didn't do worse occasions than what Christians has done before. I'm not saying that I'm judging Christianity. Don't get me wrong, Christianity has my respect, and I respect people of their beliefs. And hell, I love the stories. I even love the songs. I'm not trying to judge. I'm just simply speaking of why I have turned away from Christianity to paganism. Sorry for the noise, by the way. And when I became a pagan, I feel more connected. I feel more comfortable. I feel like I am more at home with the very people that would most likely teach me wisdom, how to be strong, and how to be. Even taught me that the real question never was whether you were bad or good, but if you are doing better today than you were yesterday, and why I shouldn't be apologetic. Because apologizing wouldn't fix anything unless you are actually being or doing better to fix that situation or to fix that problem. I won't lie, it is difficult for me to stop apologizing, but still. Ever since I have converted to paganism, I feel more at home within this earth. Like, I adore Earth itself. Even in the middle of the night. And though I will get scared in the middle of the night, but there is always hope within that middle of the night because of how every time I look up to the sky, the only thing I see is the beauty of the stars. Or the beauty of the moon. Nani, really. Really, have you seen that full moon? Mani, who is a god of the moon and the personification of the moon, is one beautiful bastard. I don't know how to tell you, but to me at least, he is one beautiful bastard. I don't know what to say. I mean, and everywhere I am within the middle of nature, whether it is within water, on earth, windy, or even to fire or to trees, I see everything to be alive. Everything to be alive. And it's true, everything literally is alive. Even trees are alive. I mean, why else do you think that most people have names to so many of these elements from nature? Or most likely names of the elements of nature. Is paganism and witchcraft the same? No. Witchcraft is a practitioner that you don't have to be in a religion in order to practice it, and it's most likely a goal to practice and to learn more on magic, while paganism is most likely to honor and to respect the dead and what lives within this world. Also, it's a faith, so damn. And if you're interested in faith, and if you want to be in the faith, go ahead. It's actually pretty easy, get in. Which pantheon or folklore is your most favorite? Do you believe in that folklore? Do you believe it to be real? Good. Now the next thing you gotta do is just simply research a lot about it. But really, the number one thing I think would be wise to give an advice to beginners if they want to be in a practice that rarely amount of people will most likely be in, is to question themselves. I think questioning themselves is actually the most important thing to do. Because why do you want to be in it? What path do you want to be in it? What gotten you to be interested in it? And so on and so forth of so many questions that may be quite difficult for you to answer, but thank the gods that we have time. We always have time. And paganism is open for anyone. Except the Slavic faith and other religion and other faiths that is most likely close practices, but still. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy the video, and I hope this video helps you a lot to explain of paganism. And if you got a good laugh, or if this video interests you, like, you know what? Maybe I should look it up. Maybe I should try to get in it. If you are having thoughts like that, well then comment down below of your thoughts, subscribe, ring that bell, like, and comment, and most importantly, share the video. Share the video so other people can also find some interest within this whole thing that I'm making videos of. It's a win-win, really. You help me, and I help you. And I help you, you help me. You know what I'm saying? It's a win-win for everyone. By the way, if you see me as someone that is cringy, then why are you here? Generally curious why you're here if you think I'm cringy. If you don't like my video, well then get the hell out of here. I don't care. I don't give a hell about you. Go on, get out of here. You're actually interested in my videos and what these videos about? Well then welcome to my account. Welcome to the family, my friends. By the way, do not judge me. I am a night owl, okay? It is 6 a.m. right now, and so I gotta go and sleep. Gotha not en konter Allah. Farewell.